rubbing. Shout it, he'll pop on anybody. Shout it, don't care about rubbing your ass on camera. Nigga better ask about me. Nigga, I take your chain, bitch. Nigga, I take your main, bitch.
All right, let's get into something. What do I want to do? We got Rylan. Royce is back, our fucking most beautiful guy. Let's get into some Ethan real quick. And now we have to cover Trish. Trish has got herself in some hot water, as I would like to say. TRISHA PAYTAS is in big trouble. Okay. You know, she's done it again. Once again, TRISHA PAYTAS has been, you know, Trisha's got this constant victim complex. And it usually is like, you know, it usually shows up in the form of her probably paying some motherfuckers to, I don't know, spread the word, share a video of her being, you know, like wronged. Ethan Klein actually is the cause of this cancellation of Rainn, which I don't like Rainn Wilson. I'd like to see him hanging above a fire, slowly melting. Okay, I despise these people that, you know, step outside of the thing that, I don't know, made them money, and they hop into different ventures. It's always weird. It's always weird. You have all these famous people, they hop into their extra, you know, their curricular activities outside of acting. You find out they're all demonic. They all get into strange cults. Look into Hugh Jackman. Look into Hugh Jackman, okay? He's in some fucking weird-ass shit. Some type of, like, spooky acting cult where they cultivate children and... don't know. You know, use your imagination. But there is some spooky-ass cult that Hugh Jackman's in. But they all do that. So, let's hop in. Let's get into this bullshit. Ethan's back.
Hello, everybody. It's your host of the greatest show ever devised by human beings, human minds.
That's so true.
Now, Ethan caused a kind of a controversy. Right? He stirred the pot, which makes me sick. You know, they're doing one of their fucking bullshit videos where Olivia be sitting there looking like, you know, and then they I guess they've decided that, I think they've realized the show is over, dog. They have been gandering. I'm sure they're checking the old snark, Ethan Klein snark Reddit. I think they've been looking at it. They've been seeing some of them posts about a lot of people. The other day they were celebrating they're starting to lose their viewership. And it does look like that. You thought the tea would bring people in. It actually kind of alienated some people that maybe enjoyed whatever the fuck people enjoyed about this show before. So, anywho, they've been getting into some of the worst stuff ever. You know, video games. Okay, video games are the root of all evil. You know, I used to try to play video games on here. Wasn't a good look. But I guess this is how they think they're going to, like, you know, get more people watching. Ethan went into the metaverse.
Is this a...
And, you know, the entire time with this massive operation, they got this headquarters. Ethan Klein's headquarters is, you know, central L.A., probably where all the, you know, that, what's that, adrenochrome. And, you know, they have pipes underground L.A. roads, flowing with that adrenochrome. And I think they use some of it for, like, you know, a new phase of the internet. And Ethan goes in this game immediately. It's choppier than fuck, okay? They start having some serious problems, technical difficulties.
Find your match? All you, okay? There's no exception for the guy who says back up. Everybody.
Yeah, you get out of here. Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Anywho, exciting stuff. We're watching Ethan stand down here. We can actually kind of, you know, investigate Ethan's body, see what we think about it, rate it. 1 to fucking bullshit. Terrible, fucking terrible. I mean, this is not good posture. Not good at all. Squish him.
Love you, Ethan.
Back it up, girl.
Okay. Oh my God.
I don't want to watch this. But let's go to this little thing right here where they talk about Big T. Big Mama T was on the Rainn Wilson experience. So Ethan, you know, Ethan being Ethan, you know, he's always trying to dig in those nails. It's exciting. I love to see, like, people that have supposedly been given the green light, but at the same time they remember their audience is fully demonicized. Okay, I mean, don't get it twisted. This is my favorite. I think this is my favorite show. But I'm like, I'm disturbed by like, and you could tell you can really tell, man, when people are like holding back what they want to say, okay, because they remember like, what it was like. Ethan can remember like looking at that bank account, couple $100,000 shy. He gets fucking freaked out. It scares him half to death. That's why he gets the shakes. You want to know when Ethan's money be fucked up is when he starts to shake. And it's getting real bad. I mean, he's getting into gambling. It's only a matter of time until Ethan's on the streets. And, I'll be excited. I'll marry Gila.
Zucky, baby. No.
We'll get Gila's black tooth fixed. I've been really, investigating and looking into like, dentists that can take care of the Gila. I just send them images of Gila's tooth in the front.
We got that schneid.
We'll get some of that plaque.
Okay, this one's actually pretty interesting. Trisha went on, of all people's podcasts,
Rainn
Wilson of The Office.
Crazy.
And someone
Tay says, thank you for mentioning adrenochrome. It's fucking real.
pointed out, and
I still don't even know what that. I think that, what is that, like the goo inside the spine?
maybe one of you guys can find it. During Frenemies, she said something about how she hated him.
Wait, really?
Or she hated,
I do remember.
what kind
It wasn't.
So this is really exciting. Ethan sometimes he puts on that poker face. Okay, this is a scam's face. Spread the word. I mean, he knows how to set up a story. Sometimes, like when he's like, you can tell when he's really struggling with something, he starts to cry. He cried on the Hassan live stream. He had a meltdown. He actually had to get up and just let it go. He had to come in and clean him up, clean his mess up, tell him to sit down. Finish the stream. But Ethan knows how to put on this poker face sometimes whenever he like hops into throwing shade.
It wasn't him.
Anytime that he can like step into the world of like, it'd be really hard to step over Trish. You're going to need a couple, I don't know. You're going to need bouncing shoes.
It
or
was
something.
just,
She hated his
Imagine Trisha Paytas. We got those Travis Pastrana, his next big jump. You thought who was the guy? What was the fucking skateboarder's name? Daewon Song or somebody. He ollied over the Great Wall of China. I don't know if it was him, but they have these like crazy, like Evel Knievel used to do these insane jumps over all these. Imagine having Trisha laid on her stomach like Totoro, and it's not going flat. Actually, Trisha's stomach grows in height when she lays down. Rumor has it. And we could set up like, one hell of an experience, get a lot of money together, donate to a charity, and have like somebody attempt the unattemptable. To get over Trisha's stomach, to ride your bike, wheelie, go up that damn ramp. You could have your legs hanging off. It doesn't matter what style you choose. But if you can make it over Trisha's stomach, shout out the stomach.
his character.
Legendary stuff. But I think the hardest part, how like whenever we were going to the moon, they had to get through the Van Meter belt. A lot of people, they think that's why. They think that's exactly why. The moon landing was faked. They think that, if you were go through this Van Meter belt, you'd microwave yourself. They say, I love how they send our greatest animals, our greatest pets, a monkey and a dog, up in one of these rockets to test out the belts. Whatever. Okay, they got through it. Whatever. It's it's a great tale to hear about the landing on the moon the first time and how it was done. But I think that you could kind of equate that to getting over Trisha Paytas' belly button. Okay, it's an abyss. You've seen Star Wars. The things that could come out of Trisha's belly button if they were to see you coming by. Very scary stuff.
Everybody loves Dwight, and she was a little bit more like, why does everybody love Dwight?
Can you find that?
But Ethan's throwing shade right now. Long story short, Ethan's over here throwing slight. He's trying to trash Trisha, spreading the word that she's a phony balloon. Okay, she went on a show with somebody. Once again, Trisha's always doing these podcasts, doing these appearances for God knows why. And, she's doing this shit. And half the time, she doesn't know who the fuck she's talking to. No idea. Or it's just somebody she doesn't like, and she's just doing it for the clip. It's really scary stuff, right? I couldn't imagine, like, somebody invite, like, one of my enemies out here. They're like, come on over, bro. Squashing the beef. I'm not fucking going there. Just let me know your address. I'll be there in some type of form. I'm just kidding.
I feel like I'd love to watch it, but here I've never heard her actually, or well, not in the long time. So kind of interesting to hear her talk about it. I'm gonna like it, or I'm gonna play it here for you guys.
Using pills, using sex, seeking fame, the ups and downs of that. What was your lowest point, and what sought you to kind of?
So Trisha's looking huge. I'm talking about max I mean, dude, she's got to be at least 4 feet from this table. You see Rain, he's kind of snug as a fucking rug. All the way snugged up like he's on a roller coaster. Safer than hell. Trisha's knees are the only things that are under this table. Outside of that, her stomach has scooted her back. I love it. I love the angle of Trish, you know, without like her, you know, running the show. Moses does something called stretching her body to where we kind of see her looking way taller than she should, and then you're like, wow, Trish, you lost weight. No, you didn't. You're looking terrible right now. You're looking damn big.
Seek perhaps a spiritual path out of what you were
Look at Ethan down here. You know, Ethan, you thought he would be watching the fucking show. What are you doing down here? Okay.
experiencing.
I've had a couple low points. 2007, 2019, I had 2 overdoses that landed me in the hospital. But it actually was 2021 when I had like an actual psychotic break where I was like, ooh, like nothing's working. Because 2021, I've done the therapy, I've done the DBT. I thought I had everything under control. But, you know, there was just like one event online, like sort of like a cancellation, and I've been through so many, but there was one specific.
And I don't know what about today, where she decided the thickest matte black. I'm talking about like, this is like unky type of black. I mean, this is like fucking, I'm like looking at a gorilla's eyes, you know, the lids of a gorilla. This is raccoonous. It's very disturbing, like how charged she made her eyes for this experience.
Specific cancellation.
I don't know if that's really helping. Your eyes are looking like they're decomposing. Spread the word.
That, like,
What
honestly,
happened?
it's like traumatic. I don't.
Cool says, yeah, her angles do her a lot. She looks huge here in that sweater. And that sweater is falling off of her, so it's barely on. It's barely a sweater. Okay, it's been eroded, you know, from the few hours since she bought it from a Target. And she's got it hanging off her fucking body. This thing is literally like putting a piece of like tissue on your shit. It's slender, it's weak, frail. We're seeing her she is looking.
I've never talked about it. Like it's online. I think if people know, they know. But it's actually, and a lot of it was.
Can you talk about it here? Is this a safe space?
And Rain's doing like one of my favorite things ever. Rain actually might be our new guy to, you know, trick people with comfortability to expose them.
It is, but I don't know if the internet's a
Very exciting.
safe space. Like because you know what? Because it is still so fresh, right? Like it's a few years ago. A lot of it was brought on by me. I would say like 90% of it was definitely brought on by me because.
Well, you know, Ethan's like, what do you think, guys, folks? Look at him down here. He's never been more excited and also never, you know, had such a fucking tight clinch in his body. This is a tough. Usually Ethan's ticks are like super fast like a bullet. This one's stalled out.
What do we think about that?
I think it's a beautiful.
You paused it at a very convenient spot.
Why? I'm trying to give her credit.
No, I know you are, but we should probably hear the whole statement.
I mean, it doesn't
Not just
change
pause
that.
it at the part that you like.
It doesn't change that much, man. If she says she's 90%, I'll accept 10.
And I'd turn it off at this point. Okay? Trisha took barely any blood. I don't think 90%'s enough. Okay? You know that we can go above 100. Why did we always stop at 100? Make it 1,000.
Take that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's
I'll
a
take
nice thing to
10%.
say.
That's 2 times as much as 5%.
And 5% is everything.
5%.
You know, they get awful quiet. Everybody in the crew gets real quiet. They're very nervous. Like, I don't know what the fuck they think's going to happen. They actually, I think they know Ethan's pretty good at kind of like ruining any type of like, you know, money he can make, which is money that goes in their pocket.
I'm taking every
I think they come to work like concerned every day that this is going to be it.
times 2.
I just
You know, Ethan's going to ruin the show, and it's over for them.
I couldn't handle the triggers that I was able to. There was just a situation I was in that triggered me a lot. And I'm putting it all on me and like not on anyone else. Like it triggered me so much. And I thought I was like strong enough to like handle these triggers, but it didn't work.
Anna says the breakdown was largely because of the Mr. Rainey accusations and being a rape apologist for Moses.
So I had a psychotic break.
It's not a good look.
In September of 2021.
What happened?
I went online. It's deleted now. I just went on Twitter. It wasn't even YouTube. And I just was like screaming.
And I saw on the Ethan Klein snark a lot. I didn't realize how many people are like, fucking yes, Trish. I thought it was like a Palestinian thing going on there. I had no idea like it was like a different version of Frenemies 3.
Sobbing like.
You know, they're all fucking on Trisha's tits. Which would be fucking, there's enough room for a lot of them to, pretty much the entire occupation and population of that subreddit to stand on these wabbas.
I couldn't control myself. Like I couldn't breathe, just like shouting at people to like leave me alone.
And let me just pause you right there. What is it about you? And I'm just really trying to understand this. Like, I'm so activated. I'm so angry. I'm so triggered. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm about to just lose my shit. I'm gonna have a psychotic break.
Yeah.
But I gotta log in and hit live stream and put it in the tripod and press it and make sure my light's on. And now I'm gonna have the psychotic break.
Well, the lights weren't on.
Ever since I was a chick, and why was the shit?
And is he wrong? This is actually a lot of people are they're upset over this. Okay, the scam. I never. If you are having a mental breakdown, never in my life, and I don't know in what universe, you're in the right mind to set up your camera, upload, film then upload your breakdown. That I don't buy it. That's acting to me. That's a trick.
What?
And, like, you know, I think he's getting dragged on Twitter over it, which, you know, don't get it twisted. I hate this guy, but I'd like to see him go down for, like, allegations of other sorts than, like, you know, to, you know, get in trouble for, like, literally making sense.
What's the deal with that, though? What is that?
And, like, there's not enough people being like, yeah, what is the deal with that? It took Adam McIntyre how long to fucking, you know, promote his panty story from Colleen and, you know, all that other shit for that to gain traction? All it takes is a lot more people questioning and a lot more people thinking differently and spreading their beliefs. Like how everything works in this world, things are only popular because there's weight above its popularity, okay? It holds status. If there's enough people that are like, you know, we're done with that bullshit. Wake up. You're not, you could be going through some terrible stuff, but when you have the time to, like, have, like, this fucking fit on the internet and upload it for a couple dollars or more eyes that don't need to see you, it actually causes the opposite reaction. You'd think people are going to be like, oh, come on in. No, actually, you annoy people.
That impulse. And again, is it because you're getting that reward?
But it's exciting. It's content nonetheless.
From doing it, the more that you have kind of nervous breakdowns online, then you get, you know, the money truck backs up.
I'll be honest. I thought he was a little...
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then here comes fucking Ethan. You know, he realized he's looking at the comments the whole time. So he went in just shitting on her, cutting her down. He's like, this bitch is getting it today. Rain's like shredding into her. He's questioning her about something that makes sense. Like, you know, you're going through a traumatic moment in your life. You know, most of the time, I don't know, you call family and friends. You don't decide, hey, the internet's my best friend. Watch me freak the fuck out like a psycho.
All on me and like not on anyone else. Like,
and if you're aware of that shit, that's what is that? What do they call that? That's fuck, what's the word? It's not a psycho, it's the other one. Sociopath, right?
It triggered me so much.
And Ethan, the whole time, you know, he was excited to shit on her, shred her down. He was really excited that Trisha took some blame of the past. But at the same time, he started to check them comments, and he was seeing some of the feedback of how Rain was questioning her, and he switched up his gears,
and I thought I was like strong enough to like...
Which is highly pathetic. You know, it's bullshit.
Handle these triggers, but...
You know, where's the integrity anymore? Aren't you at a radio station? Like, isn't this supposed to be like... Is this a real wall behind us? Like, I always like to like look at things as if like... situations as if it's a structure around me. Will it hold up, or is it actually bullshit if there's water poured on it?
It didn't work. So I had a psychotic break in September of 2021.
What happened?
I went online. It's deleted now. I just went on Twitter. It wasn't even YouTube. And I just was like screaming, sobbing. Like I couldn't control myself. Like I couldn't breathe. Just like shouting at people to like leave.
And press it and make sure my light's on, and now I'm gonna have the psychotic break.
Well, the lights weren't on.
What's the deal with that though? What is that impulse? And again, is it because you're getting that reward from doing it?
Look at Ethan over here. Is this how podcasts work? There's some jobs out here that I would never want because I would turn into a fat bitch because of, the lack of like, I'm at 1,000% magnifying. Yikes. But, having a job like this, where I'm kicking it all day, I do a podcast, but at the same time I go and shit like every fucking 5 minutes on it. I eat in front of everybody. I'm bored of the operation. It's amazing. I think a lot of our famous YouTubers and content creators, once they get somebody to help them out with their show, they kick back. They lean all the way back, and their audience is there no matter what. And the only thing that like helps the shit be entertaining is the power of editing and other people's work. If Ethan was doing this show how I am right now, alone, they'd have his head.
Call me a vibe, call it Patrice.
Okay.
Trish.
You have kind of nervous breakdowns online, then you get the money truck.
I'll be honest. I thought he was a little.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, it's fine. And then Olivia tailing behind him like some type of fucked up shadow. Imagine that. I mean, I'd love it. I would love it. Fishies are upset with rain. I want his head, but at the same time, this is amazing, bro. Legend.
A few of the questions he posed to her, I thought were a little insensitive.
And they're not insensitive. It actually is like one of our greatest mathematical equations in the answer.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Right? And then Olivia. As soon as Ethan says anything, Olivia, the entire show, even before this, when Ethan said something, she was the first one to be like, yeah, I agree. What are we going to jump off a cliff together? I think Olivia has the hots. Has some serious fucking feelings for Ethan Klein. Also, it all kind of like breaks down all this shit, all this tension, all this drama between him and her, and the way she spazzed out. Oh, get it. She was madly in love with Ethan. I think all this shit stems and all this, and I love a story of a turnaround. You change who you are, yet like there's still one thing you're not willing to grow up with. And I think that she can never, ever face Ethan Klein again because she loves him and she wants to sit on his lap. And could you imagine that? That'd be a crazy turnaround. Ethan, shows up to the office one day crying. Gila found his phone. He's been sexting Trish. Ugh. Yikes.
For the questions he posed.
Can you imagine his little knob? It'd be fucking dreadful.
Story I thought were a little insensitive, and I think because he has a podcast about mental health.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. I think he just doesn't. He's not from this world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has a.
And I was looking at other TikToks about this situation. Actually, I still have it pulled up somewhere. This is it. There's actually people on here, a lot, and maybe they're deleting, mass deletions. A lot of people are on his side. They're all like, no, it sounds like he's actually curious and trying to understand the foreign world to him. Don't get it twisted. Rainn Wilson, I don't know what show he was on. I think Mike David covered it on the Bill Maher Experience. And Rainn Wilson is a troubled individual, so he's really excited about the inner workings of the mind and the mental health genre of shit. Okay? It actually, I could not imagine. I couldn't imagine. Trying to like take on, you got to sit out here and you think about some people that should have a higher paycheck. It's some of our people out here that help the folks that are deeply troubled. How much work it takes to sit and, talk and work, whatever. So a lot of people are on his side. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This person loves Trish. Shout out Jacob, 88 likes. This is a kind of a valid question. So of course, these comments are probably torrentially fucked up, But a lot of people are on the same, footing over here. I think that's a good question. He is trying to understand her. I don't think he's understanding it. It's not even that. He's just like, yo, why'd you turn the camera on if you're having a mental breakdown? Is that a lie? Is it a lie?
A show, I guess, to do, but listening to her talk about like psychotic breaks and then him going right into like a laughing question. It's just like
also kind of like
Olivia's disappearing by the day. I mean, she is literally Ozempic. This is when the doctor's like, okay, enough. We got to slow you down. Either Olivia's out there running, getting that workout in, or she's heavy, double dosing on them shots. Okay. She's fucking to the top, filled to the top with the big O. I mean, imagine if she had a couple more shots, it'd be coming out of her. She'd be actually sweating, and it would be like draining like a waterfall, Ozempic overflow inside her body.
Breaks and then
okay, girl.
Him going right into like a laughing question. It's just like
also kind of like blamey and
you don't get it twisted. When you start to look skinny, like I used to be really skinny. I used to be like 130. And I'm like 6'1". So I look like a fucking freak walking around. All skeletal. And her dentures are really, like her losing all this weight has caused her implants, her Teflon, I don't know if she got wax teeth, the candy teeth. She puts it in every day. Or I don't know if she's got new teeth or these are her natural sticks in her mouth. But they look huge.
She's clearly not.
It's really kind of most of her face, them teeth.
Not necessarily wanting to. She's being general for a reason. He's like, hello.
Also, I didn't like how he pushed.
Chris, I always struggle with your name. I'm just going to call you Krista because it seems like that would be what the numbers are spelling. It seems like the other way around. Trisha setting Ethan and Moses finds the phone. Probably Trisha probably would talk to Ethan if it wasn't for Gila. She's too jealous of Gila. And I think that's, imagine being, and you got to think about it. And what, there's some things out here that can really help you in your entire life if you just let some things go. Imagine having serious tension between one of your biggest paychecks a couple years ago, your employee, and then, continuing to marry your employee's wife's brother. And there will always be that, thought. It's no matter what, that's blood. That's Gila's brother. And every day you wake up, you're you think about it. It's most people when they break up or they move on. They move on. They don't stay fucking 2 inches from it no matter what. The rest of their life, either it's just going to be imagine this, the rest of their life. Which would be great. Moses is a slime ball. He deserves, nothing more than what he has. But the rest of their time together, there will probably always be a separation, which is nuts. Big Mama T. Also, Ethan Klein was cited talking about, there was a sighting of him talking about how terrible Moses' furniture is.
Sure to talk more about it. I'm defending Trisha, but just because I fucking always hated Dwight. No, I'm kidding. See, girl, we're the same. Whatever. But anyway, I thought it was interesting the way she handled it. But yeah, when she goes,
what the fuck was interesting about it? She laughed and that was it.
I don't really want to talk about it because it's
how the fuck else was she supposed? I mean, it would be great if this didn't come out. Trisha had a fucking meltdown.
Still fresh, and he goes, isn't this a safe place? You can say it here. It's no, dude. No. Because I get pressure to talk about it all the time, too, so I know what it's like.
Well, and he does. And he actually talks about it. He's excited to, which is glorious. Nothing's better than just talking shit, man.
Unlike her, though, I do it every time. But this is the clip. Oh, you found it. Nice. Here she is saying she hates him.
20.
So, like, after all that was said and done, Ethan does, like, the exact opposite. You know, this is actually, he went from, like, being supportive at the end of that interview or that segment of that clip. And then he, like, comes right back, just showing the world all over his, how many people watch this? Oh, man, 565K so far. I think that this stuff builds. So his show is definitely not as popular as it doesn't get the views it used to. I think a lot of people got they found other loves in this world, to distract themselves with. But he comes in hot with a clip of Trish, Frenemies clip.
I'm a victim because his comedy sucks. I
Talking about Dwight and how much she hates him.
hate Dwight Schrute so much. What? I hate that.
Spreading the word that she went on to this podcast, this Dwight experience, as a phony, as a liar, as a snake. Showing it, getting on a show, and maybe he knew about it. I think Dwight knew about it. That was his revenge. Okay, Rainn Wilson's revenge.
That character. I think that's the most annoying character on
You're
TV.
a victim of
We're
it.
talking shit.
I hate it.
Well, I wouldn't blame him.
I love
necessarily.
The Office. I hate Dwight
Dwight is
Schrute.
so funny. Okay, let's move on. We're doing the oddly satisfying.
That's it.
I'm sorry to
Ethan looking very salvo pancakes right now. Spread the
cut
word.
you off.
Okay.
But
We
Not
remember.
I mean,
We remember.
I think in the past it would have been, but this was the reason I mentioned Twitter is because like you couldn't monetize Twitter back then. So I remember putting it because to me it was like I said, I've been canceled. I've been in so many feuds. Again, a lot of my doing. I was drama.
Okay, I'm going to slow you down here
Please,
because
I know.
I want to get.
Good luck. I mean, that's actually kind of easy. You know, speeding her up would be the problem.
There's a lot of big generalizations. I don't want to get like real more specific. Like
Yeah. The one thing I've never talked about, and because I've healed so much, because it was literally like, and this sounds so silly, because it's like I've been through like literally sexual assault when I was a kid by like teachers, like crazy shit. But this like one event, I don't know, it's just something I haven't processed or worked through quite yet. And because it took years for me.
And I always try to like spread the word. I'm glad you said that, Krista. You said Malibu hurt herself on Moses's wonderful furniture, and Trisha prayed for it or something. And Trisha manifested it, and it seems like Trisha's spells are working. We just saw Malibu with a new black eye or whatever cut she has right under her nose, right where the uppercut would happen. Your kid's walking around, blood coming out of her nose. Either she's demonically possessed, the omen, or she's been hit or fell or something bad happened. We see it a lot too. See it a lot. We've seen a lot of very dangerous. You know, we gotta get a hold of somebody. I'm not gonna do it, but you know, investigate these videos. Okay.
To like fully get through it.
And also, it's like, what are we? Nobody's saying anything. I want to go back to what I was saying earlier about, you know, people in mass, okay, in large masses spreading awareness of something. Nobody even cares about this shit where she's taken, and I hate talking about it, but it's disturbing the level of like spookiness of these like weird pictures Trisha takes with her children's feet. Just straight up pictures over and over. Once is enough. You want to take pictures of your kid? What, for what reason? I don't know why a kid's foot is something that needs to be promoted all over your Instagram stories all the time. That's weird, okay? We know what kind of audience Trisha has. Okay? And then on top of that, she'll be taking pictures of her fat ogre feet looking dreadful, looking like they smell like, you know, Doritos or something. And then she'll have her kid right next to her as if it's like the scene in Tarzan when the ape guy put his hand over Tarzan's and crushed his fingers, and he's actually the one that killed the family.
And maybe I'm not even.
Okay? Tarzan grew up with his killers, parents' killers. He was raised by apes, okay? Jane says, you'd think they take more, Anna says, you think they take more protective measures for the second kid. I know.
Fully get through it, otherwise I could talk about it.
But, you know, what is what is, okay? No matter what, we are going to see the same thing happen repeated. Trisha will let her other kid run around with toothpaste. This one might even actually be able to climb to get the knives. I was busted as a kid in our sink with my sister children. I don't even remember. It must have been one of them sleepwalking events. You know, I can still remember getting a spanking, but me and my sister went all the way down to our kitchen, got in the sink, and had the night in the middle of the night. My mom was going downstairs to run in the morning. She saw us in the sink playing with blades. So I know how it is. Kids can get their hands on anything. So that's when my parents implemented the chains in the bed. Okay?
Again, I think people, like, if they know, they know. And it's all, I put the blame on me because I couldn't handle the triggers. But in answer to your question of, like, why film it, right, is because I feel like when you feel like the whole world is against you, you want people to see the pain. But then people could say this is manipulation.
Which is bizarre. I mean, there is no way you can ever sway. It's like trying to sway somebody's political belief. It's not going to happen. When you film yourself looking terrible, it actually, you know, we've seen plenty of people have these mental breakdowns, these Karens, these moments of like, and the thing is, Trisha's not stupid. She's sitting here being like, I just wanted to spread the word and, you know, how much pain. I wanted people to see the pain I was going through. Okay, right? Like, just how, like, your entire career was boosted upon her having these schizoid freakouts laying on the kitchen floor, melting down. That's why she's famous. She's a famous meme because of that. Okay? She did all that shit in the past to stay, you know, that keeps eyes on you, man. I don't buy it.
Manipulative. This isn't real.
You know, a lot of people, they don't want to see it. They don't want to see the truth. Look at this. Unky gunky. She's looking like a fucking monkey. I'm not into that shit, man. All I had left? Thought I had more song.
Fucking straight dicks everywhere.
Anyways.
But I was in so much pain that I just wanted people to be like, look, I'm breaking down. Like, I quit. I'm surrendering. Please stop talking about me. Like, I'm done. Like,
I don't know why this in particular instance like hit her so fucking hard. I guess just because people were really mad at her, like everybody. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know what that can feel like. I've kind of been on that side of things, but I don't know what happened. Why it like hit so hard. Anyway, here's
it's the stomach. It's the damn stomach, man.
Here's a hot picture to forget about your worries.
All right, let's get out of there. He does say something about the furniture. Let's go to that real quick.
It's pretty interesting to see her just kind of talking about it, and in that sense.
I feel like she's probably grown a lot since she had kids and all this. Seems like she's taken a step.
What are you talking about? You know, every time they go to this infection over here, I hate this fucking corner of this set. Oh, man, I hate this. Crap skin. Okay? They brought this guy Love in. Love would be the one, you know, when you're weaning, you know, there's one thing to have I know a lot of people like sunglasses in the house, real nice. I need them I have lights everywhere, and I want to look cool. These are Dittas, bitch. Ditta, look them up. Look them up. You know, I almost want to wear them to go to sleep. Anywho. When you're wearing, I think there's like another layer of filth, like, you know, a different, you know, there's a different breed of human that's cool with wearing the beanie, the robber's hat. This is wet bandit type of like snow cap. He's just wearing it in the middle of fucking, you know, whatever it is, whenever this was done, October 1st, whenever this came out. It's still sweltering hot. They wear it all year round. In the summer, wearing this hat, and that's why he has all these bumps. He's got very terrible high school skin, these acne scars. I despise this guy. I want his head.
Forward.
She's certainly
reflected on things.
At least with her actions online, she certainly has seemed to carried herself a lot better than she did.
Yeah.
So, good. I hope she did. I hope that she has made meaningful changes. Still, her husband's a fucking dork bitch, though. What a loser that schmuck is.
Here we go. He's going to get a drink. Oh. So anywho, he's just gonna talk shit about Moses's furniture. It's very splintery.
Making furniture, God.
And we gotta remember. We gotta remember too that I'm the fucking greatest thing that ever ruined his car. If you think about anybody got a car hurt their car today, I was the coolest one that did it. Okay. I look cool. I actually got called. It was at the fucking barbershop, so I get called later. My buddy's like, I can't even tell the fucking tale, man. That's all you need to know. But I am the coolest guy that like kind of scratched his door. So I'm excited for that 27. I'm that whatever the fuck I have to pay to fix that.
He's so bad.
But Ethan's talking about how shitty Moses's furniture is. We have to remember Trisha's entire set is built by the death contraptions that he built for her to sit like a lummox on. These chairs are made by Moses's hands. And I don't think Moses don't make them. He sends them to like some I think he sends them to Spaniards to make. No, Ethan kind of like revealed some of that tea, some of that drama about how Moses don't even make the fucking furniture. He sends it out and it comes back really scary looking.
All these custom pieces that were like super expensive, convincing us that like he had the best people and and he was gonna.
And like when he says the best people, that means he doesn't have his own two hands. He's not making it. He's got somebody he's paying out of the country. If it's real expensive, Moses is a little schemer, man. You got to remember he like popularized the term water scientist. Okay? Or what is he, a water artist? I can't remember what his technique that he created. It's all crap to me, man. It's all crap to me.
Do it better than like the like high-end stores would.
Mm-hmm.
And it's there. Everything he made is falling apart. It's just like he made us this dining room. No, a coffee table for our family room. Spent like thousands of dollars on this, and like the wood was so fucked that if you ran your hand over it, you would get splinters.
Nice, which is like lovely, and it's a children's table. You know, when I was in Woods class, I actually won an award. I was the big winner of Woods class of 2010 or whatever year I was a senior. Okay, I built this beautiful table, nightstand. Okay. And I also built a box for a gun, or a shadow box. I can't remember what the fuck I made. It wasn't a shadow box. It was this little thing. And I was like, all the I think about, containers as a child, like, or a teenager would, I had any type of like, any drawer I'd open or anything, I'd just be looking for a spot to hide the goods. A little drug hamper. But I built this table, Woods class. I ended up selling it for $25 to get some kush or whatever the fuck I got. And what am I doing? You gotta stop that. You don't even know what just happened.
With kids.
But I could have made a fucking table for Ethan.
It's horrifically.
I'd have devices in there. I'd be like Matilda. If I made a table for Ethan, I'd get under it and be like the movie Matilda, waiting at night. You just see like a scary movie. You see my one leg come down, and it cuts to like Ethan's room. And I'm creeping up them fucking stairs, trying to hear the sounds of sex. I don't think there's a lot of sex happening in Ethan's life, okay? No way.
Really bad. It's terrible. Don't ever buy furniture from Moses.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
I'll cancel my order.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
I gotta make some.
Oh, yeah, and they got this pathetic guy they got working back there, Nate. Okay, they got the guy who stole my name. Working for the show. He is the worst, okay? One of the worst. There's no character with that guy. It's just words come out of his mouth like a fucking android, and that's it. There is nothing. His voice is pathetic to me.
Calls.
Please, cancel.
But that's what this whole show is kind of slowly turning into. Everybody's kind of automatons at this point. They kind of like follow Ethan's lead.
I'm telling on Oliver, foolish Bale said.
Anyways, that's enough of that.